Hello, everybody. I'm a practicing therapist and a doctoral student of psychology. Today, I want to go over an interesting topic, but I want to take a little bit of time to put some disclaimers because I don't want anyone to get this wrong. Today, we're going to talk about behaviors that avoidance, I guess, can let you get away with. Usually it means they really love you. I'm not saying for you to continue these behaviors. I'm just saying that, like, if you accidentally did some of these behaviors and they're still here, it's a blessing and it means they really love you. That's the best way to put it. It's basically behaviors that would normally trigger them to leave. It's now something that they're tolerating, getting comfortable with, or expecting you to change, but not necessarily cutting you off right away. So the aim of this video is to not make you feel like you're allowed to do this and hurt your partner or invade in whatever privacy might occur during this conversation that we're going to have about this video. But it's more so that if you do these things and your partner is still there with you, it's a good opportunity for you to realize, one, that you're loved, two, that you can fix these things and the relationship will only get better, and three, that you don't need to worry so much about them randomly discarding you or leaving you because they had that opportunity and they didn't. And so that's the goal of this video, if that makes sense. And the first one is you're texting them in a high frequency during a stressful moment, so what some folks may say, blowing up their phone, right? And they still ask you to fix this. You guys might have a fight. Y'all might have a big fight about this to the point where it really felt like you were about to break up, but it didn't happen. And the reason why is because you, as a person, matter more than the mistake that you made because you were feeling anxious or whatever your trigger was. And it actually shows a lot of respect, not just for your relationship, but how they feel about you as a person, because they do realize that you didn't mean to bother and hurt them. Like, it's not like you intentionally did something that rubs right against their trigger. Like, that's the main reason why this particular point shows that they really love you. Because when an avoidant is in a relationship with someone and there isn't love on their side, they're very suspicious of them. And that's okay. Let me get this part particularly straight. Dismissive avoidants are less distrusting of someone as they love someone. Slowly. Fearful avoidance, sometimes the distrust might increase. And so that one can be a little confusing. But regardless, once they start really getting more comfortable with you, both attachment styles, the distrust starts becoming trust. And so with fearful avoidance, what happens is they distrust you when they first meet you, then they trust you, and then their own trust scares them to the point where they distrust you further because they're like, I don't want you to take advantage of my trust. So it's kind of like a up and down. And then they don't trust you. And then once they realize, okay, you are someone to trust, then they start trusting you again. Dismissive avoidants usually go, they don't trust you. And it takes like a long time. And they slowly trust you. And then they just trust you. And so that's the difference. But regardless, once they really love you, they start giving you the benefit of the doubt. You didn't mean to blow up their phone. You were just triggered. And so they're a little bit easier to compromise with because they understand that. The next one is, if they let you get away with this, they really do love you. A lengthy argument or discussion, it can be, usually it's over 1 hour, but sometimes I've had folks where it's like, some folks, like, they have those arguments like until 3 a.m. I've never had that situation in my relationship personally, like an argument like past bedtime, never. But I know it's common with folks. And actually, a lot of avoidants, they tolerate this, right? Because they love you and they still want to find some way to resolve it. And they don't want to hurt your feelings. And they don't want to cut you off because they want to make sure you're okay. But remember, as we've been talking about, it's important to keep in mind not to continuously re-engage in this particular maladaptive behavior because it's going to push them away as time goes on. The next one is looking through their phone. Okay, so this one's interesting because I have noticed this about some dismissive avoidants, particularly dismissive avoidant males. A lot of them don't mind this. It's just something I've noticed. A lot of them, this is not even, once they love you, they don't even care if you go through their phone. They might think you should have asked, it's disrespectful, but it's not like they're triggered. They kind of don't care. I'm not sure what that particular reason is because I've noticed dismissive avoidant females are not like that. A lot of them they might feel violated or they might distrust you or they might feel uncomfortable. But dismissive avoidant males, Some dismissive avoidant females are fine with it, but it's way more prominent. Like I would say like double the portion of men who do this, dismissive avoidant males compared to dismissive avoidant females. Like a lot of them are like, once they love you, they're kind of like an open book. They're like, yeah, I don't care. I feel like it was disrespectful, but just don't do it again. Or next time, just let me know and I'll unlock it for you. Usually that's their response. Fearful avoidance, it's interesting. This is why I think this one might be a little bit more for fearful avoidance. Well, no, it's for both, but it just reacts differently. That's how dismissive avoidants act when you go through their phone and they really love you. Fearful avoidance, they might feel really hurt and really betrayed, but it's not because they're hiding something. It's because it almost makes them feel like you don't trust them, which is proof that maybe you're up to something, or they might overthink that. Like if you're looking through their phone, maybe you're projecting because you did something. Their mind starts racing, and that's a sign that typically fearful avoidants are getting really, really attached to you. They love you, and they get scared of that feeling. And so this one, fearful avoidant might not take it as easily as a dismissive avoidant, but it's still something to keep in mind. They still tolerate it, and they don't break up with you because they love you. The next one is when you say something negative about them. If a dismissive avoidant or fearful avoidant, regardless of attachment style, if they stay with you, and especially if they communicate that they didn't like this and they're still with you, this is a sign they love you. Because with fearful avoidance, sometimes what happens is they are starting to fall out of love, but they just don't want to have that confrontation. So particularly with fearful avoidance, if they say that really hurt my feelings, that you said that is a sign they love you because they're vulnerable and they're putting themselves on the line to be hurt. Because dismissive avoidance, they'll say that anyways. Like no matter who they are, they will usually set a boundary. However, with dismissive avoidance, usually if they set that boundary, they usually leave. No one talks like that to me. I'm done with this type of deal. But if you said that and then they say, don't ever talk like that to me again, or please be mindful of how your tone is, they love you. And they want you to improve on that. It's not like they're going to expect that you do that all the time. And with fearful avoidance, if they say that really hurt my feelings, that's something that, I wish you didn't say. That's not who I am, whatever you said to them. It's them basically saying, I trust you enough that you'll resolve this. That's why I'm telling you that it hurt my feelings, because I hope and believe that you're not gonna do that to me again. That's usually how it goes with fearful avoidance. If you're constantly picking fights, both fearful and dismissive avoidance do not like this. But if they're still with you, they really do love you. And the last one is controlling their time, right? You're not allowed to, you're always talking to your mom. I wish you didn't always talk to your mom on the phone. You never talk to me on the phone. And I'm not saying that you're specifically saying stop talking to your mom, but they feel that that's controlling their time, but they still let you. They still feel like that is okay. They're not pushing back. They might push back a little bit. Give me some time. I promise I'll call you. I'll manage, whatever it is, right? They're still allowing you to basically change the way they are a little bit because they really do love you. And so let's wrap it up, summarize, and we'll wrap it up. The first one is you text them in high frequency. They tolerate that because they love you. Having a lengthy argument, typically it's over 1 hour. They tolerate that because they love you. Looking through their phone. Dismissive avoidance, this one is like it. A lot of dismissive avoidant males doesn't even bother them. Once they love you, it doesn't bother them. Some of them. The next one is if you say something negative about them, they still accept it because they love you. Constant fights and then controlling their time. I hope this video is helpful to somebody. Please like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.